is Parker, and you're really cute. Yes, you are. I heard that you got black and white spots, and you think you're hot. Well, you know you are. I love that stupid dog.
It's the Brett Davern Show! Brought to you by Adobe Radio, in partnership with Parker the dog and Nice Guy Digital.
And my smoker's cough, apparently.
Wow. We record live in beautiful North Hollywood, California.
That'll wake you up in the morning.
On today's episode,
We don't know. Whoa. Whoa. Fake news.
Parker's back. We're gonna do some philosophical things?
Sort of.
I don't know.
Well, I brought in that silly questionnaire from that science night, so we'll see how far we get.
Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
Arrest me. I was trying to do Scooby-Doo.
Your new best friend.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Parker? Parker's my new best friend.
No.
Brett Davern!
Listen up, everybody! This is our show. Thank you for joining us live on Adobe Radio, YouTube, TuneIn, or wherever you get your podcasts. You know, you can call the show anytime. It's 1-888-99-IDOBE. Shout out a friend, shout at us, or shout with us. It's all good. Once again, the phone number is 1-888-994-3624. The email for the show is bdsfans@idobe.com. That's bdsfans.com. Or sorry, fans@idobe.com. You can also text the show if you have iMessage. If you own an Apple product, whether it's an iPad, an iPhone, a MacBook, big desktop Mac, whatever you got, open up the messaging app, and where you normally put in someone's phone number, put in bdsfans@idobe.com, type in your text and fire it off, and it shows up on the iPad that's sitting in front of me. Like this morning, we got a text that says, it's from the 4-4. That means England, Katie.
What's up, England?
And it says, good morning, have an amazing show today. Can't wait to catch up later on YouTube.
Oh.
Thank you, whoever that is.
I love a YouTube watcher.
Big show to get to today. Lots to do. Lots of fun to be had.
Always.
Announcement, our guest this morning was supposed to be one of my very good friends, James Maslow from Big Time Rush. We also did the Long Beach Grand Prix together, but as happens sometimes, scheduling conflicts and whatnot in this Hollywood life that we live, and so we will get James on a future episode. I think possibly next week sometime. We're talking it over. But so anyway, there's that disclaimer. Let's get that out of the way. Also, good morning, Boy Wonder.
Good morning, Brett.
Oops. Do it again.
Good morning, Brett.
There he is. And also, Megan, good morning.
Good morning.
We have to come up with a name for Megan. I haven't done it yet. Ooh, actually, idea, Katie.
What you got?
Let's let the people do it.
Ooh.
Much like Bodie McBoatface or Teeny Weeny Yellow Road Grady Machini, whatever it was.
Something like that.
Let's let the people come up with Megan's radio name.
Oh, I like it. Should we give them
Yeah.
options?
Well, we'll give it, listen, we'll let it go for like a week or so. You guys tweet in, text in, email in. What should Megan's radio name be? And then we'll figure it out. Nothing obscene, nothing profane. Keep it PG, everybody. Let's have some fun with it. Right? What do you think, Megan? Is that a good idea?
Perfect idea.
Okay. Megan's down with it. Cool. Perfect. And Katie LeClaire, good morning.
Hey, it is Wear Your Pearls Day, Brett.
I thought it was Ugly Sweater Day.
It's both.
Oh, I don't have any pearls. You have pearls?
Yeah, I got my grandma's pearls.
Really?
Yeah.
When something insane happens, do you clutch them? Oh no! You run into the other room. You're like, "Where's my pearls? I gotta clutch them real quick." That was offensive, sir. Update, everybody. The St. Jude's fundraiser. Sorry, I did it again. The St. Jude Children's Research Hospital that we are raising funds for this holiday season. We're trying to get to $1,000. The fundraiser is up over $600.
All right.
Good job, everybody. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated. Now,
keep it going.
Announcement. $1,000 is just the goal, people.
Yeah.
We don't have to stop at $1,000. We are going all the way until next Friday, December 22nd. So log on to www.gofundme.com/Brett Davern Show. Watch the fun video that we've put up there. And then if you find it in your heart that you would like to donate this holiday season to a very worthy cause, any amount of money will do. You can donate $1. Listen, everybody. Did you buy a coffee this morning? Did you grab a bagel on your way to work? Maybe you could skip the coffee this morning and donate to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Any amount of money will do. Once again, the website is www.gofundme.com/Brett Davern Show. And just because you guys are donating, we are giving away gifts and prizes and things like that. So, let's do it, people. It's a great charity. They provide research and treatment for children with cancer at no cost to the families who are affected by that horrible disease. So let's help them out this holiday season. And thank you to everyone who has donated. We will do your shout-outs on the show. Also, there's different incentives. I just want everyone to know. At different dollar amounts that you donate, there's different things. So some of them are like Katie and I will just call you after the show, chat on the phone for a while. One of them's a Skype video call. We can have a lot of fun with this.
You can also rename the show to anything you want it to be.
One of the dollar amounts, if you donate that dollar amount, you get to rename the show.
For the day.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they come up with a better name. Who knows? But let's have some fun with it, people, and do some good this holiday season. Lots to do on the show today, Katie. I got a lot. I got a lot. I got a ticket last night.
You did?
I got a ticket.
A speeding ticket?
A moving violation.
What did you do?
We'll talk about it after they listen to a couple songs here. The first one, I was in downtown LA. I'll save it. I'm going to save it. Let's listen to some music. Let's put me in a better mood. This is Don't Break the Needle by J. Roddy Walston and The Business. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
More Brett Davern Show to come on Adobe Radio. But for now, back to the music.
Oh, this is an oldie but a goodie. Get Back! By some band from England.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show with that other guy from that one show on MTV. Yeah, you know, Brett Davern on Adobe Radio.
All right, so I'm in downtown LA going to, all right, the missus had a work Christmas party last night that we were going to downtown.
Yeah.
Mrs. D. So we got the babysitter. We're going out on the town. We're going to have a night.
Woo!
We're going downtown, baby. Let's do it. Get in the car, go downtown. No one ever goes to downtown LA.
It's not a good place. Well, it's...
This is something
Some
that,
people
like,
do.
I don't know if you don't live in LA or if you haven't ever been to LA, no one goes downtown. You hang out in Hollywood, you hang out in all these different neighborhoods, Echo Park, Silver Lake, North Hollywood, but no one really ever goes downtown.
No, not really.
But anyway, the Christmas party is downtown at Staples Center. There's a bowling alley called Lucky Strike, and they decided to have their work Christmas party at this bowling alley. So anyway, we're driving downtown. And first of all, from our house, it took an hour and 45 minutes to get down there because of traffic.
Yeah.
It's, I think when I put it into the phone to get the directions, I think it was 23 miles.
Yeah.
So an hour and 45 minutes, 23 miles. That's not the point. Down there, driving past, it's called LA Live, is the whole Staples Center area. Driving past LA Live, miss the parking garage entrance because I just wasn't paying attention. I was like, dang it. So go up to the corner, just going to turn right, make a block, circle the block, come back, hit the entrance. Go to turn right. Now, I took video of this intersection because hopefully I can prove my point. I go to turn right, but the thing is that I'm not in the lane that's closest to the sidewalk. I'm one lane out from that, but it looks as if both lanes turn right. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in the outside lane that turns right, I think. There's a white line on the street that draws the curve of the corner for you. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it looks to me like you just follow this curve and you turn right, and then I'm going to make my block and blah, 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 blah. So I go to turn right. I make the right turn. And right after I complete making the right turn, I'm like, whoa, why is the yellow line that divides the road now on the right side of my car? Ooh. So I turned into like oncoming lanes. It was very strange. I've got a video of the intersection. There's like 6 lanes on the street that I was on. Mm-hmm. And then I turn and there's only one lane of traffic going that direction on that street. It was strange.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no. Now, there were no cars on the entire block when I made the turn.
Thank goodness.
Exactly. No cars coming. Well, here's the thing. I'm making a turn slowly. Like, how fast do you even really make a turn, right? So, like, even if there were cars coming, I would have been able to, like, stop, avoid it. It would have been fine. But the point is there were no cars coming at all, okay? And the yellow line that's now on the right side of the car has, not only is it a yellow line, but they now have those, like, plastic little
Oh, yeah. Shoot. So you're on the right side of those?
Yeah, but those only go like 4 posts. So it doesn't go for very long. It's just right at the beginning of when you get onto the new street. So I'm like, oh no, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Oh, there's no one coming. Luckily, I get past the 4th post. I pull my car into the lanes because there's no one over there. So I get back into where I should be.
Side of the street.
Right. And I just continue down the street. This all took a millisecond to happen. Again, no cars, no danger, no nothing. Well, there's a motorcycle cop coming the other way. He flips a U-turn, turns on the lights, and I'm like, okay, all right. Well, yeah, I made a mistake. I did, admittedly. I'm like, okay. Pull over. He comes walking up to the car. I'm like, I do my like, hi there. and it's only, I think it's like 6:30 in the evening, so it's not late. No drinking, no nothing like that. And so he walks up to the car and he's like, I pulled you over because you're in the wrong lane there, or like in the whatever. He tells me what I already knew, right?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. I said, I'm really sorry about that. I was like, it was really a confusing turn. It seemed as if both lanes turned. I explained the whole situation to him, right? I was like, I'm really sorry. I was confused. I missed my turn into the parking garage and, my bad. And I said, that's why I made the correction so quickly and, hopefully no harm, no foul here, right? And he goes, license or registration. I'm like, all right. Hand it to him. He goes back. He's back there forever. He comes back. He's like, well, I'm citing you for driving on the wrong side of the road. And I just said, are you really going to give me a ticket? And he goes, yeah. And I said, sir, like, listen, I understand that I was wrong, and I'm admitting to you that I was in the wrong. But I said, as soon as I realized I was in the wrong, I got right back over into my lanes. I was not speeding. I was not on my cell phone. I haven't been drinking. I'm not.
It was a true mistake.
It was just a real live mistake. So I said this exactly to him. I said, it was just a mistake. And I said, so what should I do next time to avoid a ticket? And I stumped him. He goes, nothing. And I went, okay, so I was going to get a ticket no matter what. Like the second I made the turn and was in the wrong lane for a split second, I was just going to get a ticket. And he goes, yeah. And I went, okay. And he went, drive safely. And I went, well, I'll keep trying. Because I was like, I was trying to drive safely.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There you go. Here's the best part. Hands me the ticket. His name is Officer Great.
Officer Great?
Grate. Officer Not So Great. I was just like, come on, man. And also, like, when he first came up to the car, he was like, what if there would have been cars in the other lanes? And I looked back, I said, well, thank goodness there wasn't any.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you going to fight it?
Well, now I got to go downtown and, like, take care of the whole thing and everything, you know?
Oh, yeah, it's the worst.
Look, how much room do I have to fight? I was wrong. You know, I'm admitting that I was wrong. Like, I can't say I didn't do anything wrong. I did do something wrong. It's just the point is like, thank goodness it's a harmless mistake. No one was hurt. There was no even danger. You know. I don't know. I just missed that part of life where it's like, when he saw what I did, I would just wish he would have taken that in. Like, oh, here's a guy who's not even speeding. He corrected his mistake immediately. There was absolutely no danger. I pulled him over to let him know that he made a mistake, but I'll let him on his way. I miss that thing.
Yeah.
You know? Because also all you're doing is creating, like, animosity between me and you at this point, right? Because if you just, look, he can be as stern as he wants. He can be as like, hey, man, that was wrong. What you did was dangerous. You're lucky there was no one there. And I would have just said, like, you're absolutely right, But instead, I'm going to get some, like, $500 ticket and have to go downtown and do all this stuff when, like I said, it was just a mistake, Yeah. Anyway, frustrating. You want to play some music?
Yeah.
Let's play some music. That's what happened, people. You know what? What's the craziest ticket you've ever gotten out there listening? Let me know. Tweet me. Let's commiserate together. What happened? Look, I understand the guy's just doing his job. I'm not trying to, throw him under the bus or anything. Like, he's got a job to do, and I get that. I just think that his job could be better done just sort of like educating and moving on, especially when there's nothing incredibly crazy going on. That's all I'm saying. You ever gotten a crazy one, Katie?
Not any that I didn't deserve.
Oh, this is a good song. This is my very good friend, Marty Shannon.
How's my t-shirt fit?
With his song, One More Night. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second. It's the best thing Katie's seen so far today.
Business Insider has a report for short men.
I need this.
For $30, you can buy lifts for to insert into your shoe, little modular lifts. They give you like 3 centimeters to 1.5 inches. Now your foot's going to be tight in that shoe.
Yeah.
But man, the ladies are going to love it.
And that's the best thing Katie's seen so far today.
If only I didn't have a moving violation to pay for. I could afford lifts. This is Smile Like You Mean It by... Oh, I love this song. This is a band called The Killers.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire on IW Radio.
Officer Great. Officer Great. My new friend. Katie,
Yes.
here's the thing. You brought in the questionnaire from the science soiree night. I think I will ask the questions. You guys, Meghan can get involved too. The soon-to-be named Meghan.
And Boy Wonder.
Maybe that's what we call her. Soon-to-be named. Nah, it's too long. Let me ask you guys some questions. You guys you in on this? You wanna get in on this?
Sure.
You know, you can talk. There's a microphone. Right?
Sure.
So, we were talking about this yesterday on the show. Katie and I went to a science soiree night. It was all about cognitive psychology. This is a list of questions. It sort of just tests your morality and I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
I think it's a test of how open-minded you are.
There's 24 questions.
Before you begin,
Mm-hmm.
for YouTube, what are the butterflies on the back? I've been wondering since I walked in.
The butterflies on the back are a question of evolution and how you have been taught evolution and what you think evolution is. I'll explain the butterflies
Wow.
to you. Maybe we'll do it on
Yeah, there you
another
go.
thing. We're update for everybody. We're building the YouTube out. We are pimping that thing out. We got a bunch of different playlists going on there. One of them is and another thing, and then one of them is bite-sized bits. And bite-sized bits are little clips from the show that are fun, so you can just consume the show in a much quicker way, or parts of the show.
Sort of like
And
a 2.5 minute-ish
Yeah.
clip from the best part of the show.
Yeah, and then the playlist and another thing is stuff that happens before or after the show, if maybe the conversation spills on to things after the show. So we took a spelling test yesterday and put it on and another thing on YouTube. Anyway, so here we go. Here's the questions. Maybe we'll talk about the butterflies on and another thing. Here's the questions. Number 1, will it ever be physically possible for human beings to download knowledge directly into the brain?
Physically possible or impossible, did that say?
Possible.
Possible.
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to download knowledge directly into the brain? Boy Wonder.
Well, I watched this great documentary called Black Mirror, and I think it's already being done.
Come on, yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like the brain is very electro-driven.
Soon to be named Meghan.
I'm gonna say no.
Whoa,
Katie?
I quit.
What is it? Possible to download things in the brain? Yes.
All right.
Maybe not anytime soon.
Yeah, but that's not what it says. It
Yeah.
says physically possible. Okay. Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to travel through time into the past? Katie?
No.
Boy Wonder?
Yes, but maybe not in the way that people
No.
think.
He's using all of his intuitive theory
It's yes or
to
no.
answer these questions.
That's it. Yes.
So,
Okay.
No, but see that. No, but that's what's interesting. He's that's the whole point. Is he's using his intuitive theory to then project things onto the questions and then answer the questions. That's the whole point of the questionnaire.
So I
It's
win.
interesting. Well, you're doing. There is no right or wrong, by the way, in all of this. Meghan.
No.
Okay. Is it morally permissible for a medical examiner to dissect the corpse of his deceased mother? I told you, some of these questions are weird.
What?
Strap in, everybody.
I say yes.
Why?
And my mom is going to be really upset that I
Is it
said yes.
morally
Why?
permissible
I don't.
for a medical examiner to dissect the corpse of his deceased mother? Soon to be named Meghan?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes because I don't. See why not.
Is it morally permissible for a young woman to give her brother an open-mouthed kiss? I didn't make these questions up, everybody. Don't send me your angry email. This is from this professor at Occidental
Question:
College.
did they go through each question and see who raised their hand for these things?
Not per question.
Damn, I would have
Yeah.
loved to see that.
This questionnaire, by the way, was like made by like all these tenured professors and done diligently, and like they spent years doing research and whatever. So, is it ever morally permissible for a young woman to give her brother an open-mouthed kiss?
No.
You got him? Dan's in with no.
Dan said no. Okay.
Oh, you're keeping track.
Megan?
No.
Katie?
I said yes. Maybe you don't know. Maybe it's
you don't
Star
know.
Wars.
See, there you go, projecting your intuitive feelings.
Oh.
Will it
I
ever
mean,
be
is it
physically
more-
possible? Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to bring an extinct species back to life?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Boy Wonder?
I'm gonna have to go with yes, Brett.
Is it morally permissible for a person with no family to commit suicide out of boredom?
I said no.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
You got that?
Is that moral?
No, you got it? You keeping
Yeah.
score. Did you get the scores?
Was that a moral question?
That was a moral question.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to teleport an object to a different distant location? Katie?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with yes. Actually, I almost said no.
Soon to
don't
be
let
named
me
Megan?
influence
No,
you.
no, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm letting my.
Number 9. Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to create a completely invisible cloth?
It's like Harry Potter.
That was what I thought too.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yes for Harry Potter.
Yes for Harry Potter.
For Harry
What's
Potter.
up, J.K. Rowling?
Katie?
I said no,
Mm.
even though I want it to be true.
Now you're a Hubblepuff, right? Isn't that right?
I'm a Hufflepuff
I don't know what that is. Megan, what are you?
I'm a Gryffindor.
And Boy Wonder?
in your gold sweater.
I'm undecided.
That's not how that works.
I didn't pick my major yet.
You guys
That's
didn't
not
ask
how
me
that
what I
works.
am.
No, you're not cool enough to be a part of this club, Brett.
Nobody asked me which one I am.
What are you, Brett?
Not a nerd. Number 10. Is it ever morally permissible for a young man to wear the same underwear for weeks at a time?
Duh.
Megan?
No.
No.
Katie?
I said yeah.
Number 11. Is it ever morally permissible for a chef to use a sterilized fly swatter as a cooking utensil?
Yeah.
Katie's in with yes. Is it morally permissible
I'm gonna say no.
for a chef to use a sterilized fly swatter as a cooking utensil?
Are we talking about these at the end or no?
You can talk about it right now.
Well, you got mad at
Why
me.
no?
No, I know, Matthew.
Because with the suicide question, that was a morally thing that only affects technically like one person making the choice. So it's like, okay, not that I like it or that it's moral for me, but for if the person was like, okay, I want to commit suicide, I'm okay with it, then that's cool for him. Okay, I can't tell him what to do.
It says, is it
But
ever
with this-
morally permissible?
But with this, it's more of a, I'm going to cook for somebody. You can't make that choice for somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it says
It's sterilized.
Yeah, but you can't choose what other people think is comfortable and uncomfortable for them. So even if it's sterilized, if I'm not comfortable being like, you're making my food with that, you can't choose that for the person. Which
Yeah,
is
but
why I'm
if
saying
the
no.
person doesn't know, they would never have any idea
That doesn't make it moral, though. That he doesn't
See what's
know.
happening here, people? They're
In
both,
my
they're both
view,
using their
yeah.
own intuitive theories
I'm saying I've
to
watched.
come to these answers.
What's that Food Network show where it's like kitchen challenge, kitchen, I don't know, but like if you have to beat some eggs and there's holes and you can like
Will it ever be physically possible?
I don't watch that show. So you're taking your experiences and everything.
Also, Megan didn't get a chance to answer.
Megan?
Say yes.
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to levitate unsupported above the ground?
No.
No.
Katie?
I said no.
It's interesting that there's more argument and conversation around the moral questions than the physical questions.
Of course.
That's what it's going to be.
All right, let's get the other 12 questions on the other side of this. This is a Christmas song. Right? It's a Christmas song? I don't think I've ever heard it. Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
That was the wrong version of that song, by the way. It's not the version I wanted to play.
Is it ever morally permissible for a man to masturbate with a dead chicken before cooking it? I told you, it's a weird questionnaire.
What?
You want me to read it again?
No. And no.
Soon to be named Megan?
I'm gonna have to go with no again.
Katie?
I need you to read the question again.
If
Oh,
you
boy.
say yes after
It
saying
is sterile.
after saying yes about
It's
the
not- it
sterile
doesn't say
fly
anything
swab-
about- sterile.
No, but he cooks it.
It says before cooking it.
Right, but then he cooks it.
It's not asking you about what happens after he cooks it. It's asking you what happens before he cooks
There's
it.
a lot of information missing from this question.
With all of them.
But listen to the
That's the
semantics.
Especially
point,
this
though.
one.
But listen to like the semantics and like or the whatever of the question, the wording of it. It's with a dead chicken before cooking it. So it's just asking you, is it morally permissible what he's doing before he cooks it?
Sure.
Okay. Number 14. Is it ever
I'm not
morally
judging you, it's
permissible?
just interesting to
No
hear your
judgment.
different,
There's no wrong answers here.
Answers.
Here, Parker, close your ears.
Oh, he's sleeping.
Parker needs to close his ears for this one. Again, I didn't make these questions up. Is it morally permissible for a dog owner to eat her dog after it has been killed by a car?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the circumstances.
Yep.
Soon to be named Megan?
No way.
Not that you couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Is
real-
it
real
acceptable
quick,
for
for the sake of the
anyone
dog,
to do
no.
it?
Is it
Real
acceptable
quick,
for...
the dog's already dead. Let's just say that.
It's not even... By the way, the word's not even acceptable. It's permissible.
Permissible.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, is it morally permissible for a
She
woman?
could be starving somewhere where there was only that one car and it hit her dog, and now she needs to eat, and she can't. It's in the middle of the winter. And
I also find it interesting how these questions, they're very... I think they're very careful to say whether we're talking about a woman or a man in these questions. It's very interesting.
It is.
The way that they do that. Like, so it's permissible for a young woman to give her brother an open mouth kiss, not a brother
Yeah.
to kiss his sister. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, like,
interesting.
I don't know if that changes the answer for
Would
people
that have
or
changed
whatever,
the answer
but
for you?
clearly when they
Okay.
made the questionnaire, they took that into consideration,
Of
which I
course.
think is interesting. Okay, where were we? Okay. Is it morally permissible for an 80-year-old woman to have sex with a 20-year-old man?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it ever morally permissible for a woman to replace a borrowed necklace with an identical copy?
Is it? Sorry. Read the first half.
Is it morally permissible for a woman to replace a borrowed necklace with an identical copy?
There's so much information missing,
I know.
and that's what's wrong with our justice system.
Don't.
Let me go
In
last.
New York City, the cases of missing necklaces are solved by one division of the NYPD.
And they are called
They
Brett,
are.
Katie, Boy Wonder, and Megan.
Dong dong.
These are their stories. Dong.
So we haven't had a lot,
$10,000 every time you hear that sound.
so we haven't had a lot of cases this year.
All right, answer the question. Is it ever morally permissible for a woman to replace a borrowed necklace with an identical copy? By the way, if you're listening out there, text me your answers.
I don't.
Just text yes or no if you're
I don't-
listening. I
my
want to
answer
know
is
what people
I don't
think.
care.
No, come
So
on, I
that's
need an
a
answer.
yes or no.
Is it morally permissible for a woman to replace a
Again, we're
borrowed
arguing about
necklace
the moral
with an
I want you to
identical
know that
copy?
this is the hardest question I've had to answer so far.
This is my favorite of all the questions.
I'll say
I'm
yes.
like getting nauseous.
Megan says yes.
This is my favorite of all the questions because it says identical copy, meaning it doesn't mean that the copy is less than the necklace that was lost.
But who are you to say the meaning in the first necklace?
See, that's exactly it. You're
But they're
attaching
putting that
sentimental
meaning on their
value.
own.
You're attaching sentimental
get that.
value to an object, even though the object there's an exact copy that exists in the world.
I'm not attaching it. I'm just saying that someone could attach sentimental value.
Right,
to
but
it.
you're having trouble answering it.
because I'm not the one to
Look, I have my grandma's pearls.
Mhm.
We said that earlier in the show. Like, I get it.
Is it
But
morally
they're exactly the
permissible?
same. Now, pearls are a little
Is it
different.
morally permissible for Brett to replace Boy Wonder's PS4 with an identical PS4? Yeah, right? But then you change it to like necklace and you add like value and sentimental
I'm
value.
gonna be
and all these
quick. The
things.
only reason that it's so hard is because like we were talking about earlier. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know if the person knows that it's being replaced.
I know
don't
that's
know.
the whole point.
So I'm gonna say yes, but I'm really uncomfortable
Megan?
about it.
I said yes.
Oh. And Katie, you're already in?
Yes.
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to directly access someone else's thoughts?
This is deep.
We need to start going rapid fire.
I know.
We're running behind.
No,
Megan?
No.
there's gonna be net neutrality laws or something.
Katie?
They got rid of that. No.
But for the brain,
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to completely reverse the aging process?
no. We can slow it down.
No.
No.
Is it ever morally permissible for a wealthy man to spend all day, every day, smoking marijuana?
No.
You had a story there, Katie?
Just because he's wealthy.
Or somebody else's.
Is that your actual
You want
answer?
to talk about that for a second?
Yeah. Why was that?
Does that have something to do with what comes up when you Google you?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
That's a hard no.
People can go back a few episodes and
I
figure out
am
what I'm talking about.
so confused right now.
That's fine.
Can I hear the question one more?
The 619 is texting in. Sure, replace the necklace.
Yeah.
The question is it ever morally permissible for a wealthy man to spend all day, every day, smoking marijuana?
More information is missing.
What if that wealthy man is not wealthy and he's married to a wealthy woman?
Oh, okay, I understand now.
What about then, Katie?
I'm going to go with a hard no yet again.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Megan?
I'll say yes.
I'm going to have to say yes because there's information missing.
Is it morally permissible for a dinner guest to spit in his water glass before taking a drink?
Heck yeah, do whatever you want to. Your water.
See, it's funny. Like he's like,
That's a
with
hard
that one,
yes.
He's like, yeah, why not? With the flash
You're
water,
just
he's
not
like,
coming
nah.
to the next one.
Megan?
Yes.
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to perform a successful brain transplant? What do you think, 619? Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen Get Out? Again, great documentary.
Katie?
Yes.
Is it ever
Spoiler.
morally permissible for... Oh, here you go. Is it morally permissible... Or, sorry. Is it ever... I gotta get the wording right. Is it ever morally permissible for a janitor to use the American flag as a rag while cleaning toilets? Is it ever morally permissible for a janitor to use an American flag as a rag for cleaning toilets?
I just don't want to see the string of tweets that would come out afterwards if our president heard about this, so I'm going to say no.
But that's not your real answer.
It is my real answer. I think a janitor wouldn't be working in a school if, like...
Why is it a school?
Oh, wherever he
Why
is
is it in America?
He wouldn't be working. He...
Wait, but hold on. You're making this a real life scenario.
Yeah.
I'm just asking
That's how my
you,
brain works.
hypothetically,
No.
is it
No.
morally permissible
No.
in any realm, real or not?
How I'm feeling right in this moment, no.
Okay. Megan,
No.
Katie.
I said yes.
Yeah, I knew you would.
I don't know. I don't know enough information.
Yeah, same. But that's why it's weird how sometimes I say not enough information. Yes, not enough information.
Will it
No.
ever be physically possible for human beings to travel to galaxies beyond the Milky Way?
If we make it that long, yes.
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 That's physical.
Yeah, it's physically possible.
Okay.
Will it ever be physically possible for human beings to live to the age of 200 years or greater?
I'm gonna say yes.
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 Once again, if we can make it
All right.
longer than
That's
a
the
million years.
questionnaire. Katie,
So-
tell them what they've won.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dan, you're in with.
The 619 texts in, no, the flag is not a rag.
See?
No, I understand. I
Let's see,
understand.
but again, I want to make the distinction that Katie is not saying the flag is a rag. The question is much more nuanced than that. Is it ever morally permissible for a janitor to use it as? So it's not, I just want to make it clear. It's not as if anyone on this show is saying
That's not.
the American flag is
yes.
a rag.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Katie.
Not what I'm saying. Dan is in with 7 and 7. 7. We're counting yeses.
They only, so the way this works is they only count the yeses. So you're in with 7 physical yeses, 7 moral yeses. Meghan is
in with 5 physical yeses and 7 moral yeses.
interesting.
Now I didn't keep track of my answers today because I will theorize that they would change.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You have my
Your first time
answers.
through, you were 7 and 7 as well.
I was
Hey.
7 and
So
7.
you and Dan are both 7 and 7. Now the thing is that you're probably 7 and 7 on different questions,
right.
which is interesting. But so you guys 7 out of 12. So that means you are a little more. I don't know what even the wording is. You're a little
Lenient
more
with morals.
like morally speaking. You say yes to more things.
Yeah.
So you're a little more like liberal morally, and then physically you're like open to more possibilities. I guess is
Sure.
what that says. And then what was Megan's score?
5 and 7. 5 physical, 7 moral.
So out of 12 questions, so 5 physical. So Megan, you're a little skeptical maybe on the physical stuff.
Just
And then what
slightly.
was the other number?
7.
And then 7. So the same with them morally. So a little more liberal. Anyway, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. The necklace one is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Because it says identical copy. So if it was a diamond necklace, you're getting a diamond necklace back.
It's honestly
And it's the
such
exact same necklace. Not the exact same necklace. It's the exact same copy of a necklace, but
and it's
interesting.
interesting how your experience informs your answer.
Yeah.
For me, that is such a fast yes.
uh-huh.
Such an easy yes.
So material things are replaceable for you.
Yes, and I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
My wonderful mother gave the diamond from her wedding ring to my brother to be able to propose to his wife.
Sure.
And in that moment,
Yeah, but
I
see,
was
that's
like,
a little, but that's
no,
traditional a little.
No,
There's tradition
no,
that
she
goes
took it
with that.
out. This is what I'm saying. She took it out, the diamond itself. She took it
Yeah.
out of her ring, put it
Yeah.
in my sister-in-law's,
Yeah.
and then replaced hers with a cubic zirconia, so that my sister-in-law could have a real diamond. And it was the most beautiful, touching thing I've ever seen in my life. And from that point on, I was like, it doesn't matter.
No, I know.
Nobody knows what the thing is.
I know, but what I'm saying is I think
Yeah, no
and
one's...
that's an amazing thing that your mom did, and I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is that the tradition of like passing down jewelry kind of exists.
Yeah.
Whereas the replacing a
That's-
borrowed one with a copy is like more there seems something devious there.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
tend to
and-
want
I
to
don't
say
know.
no.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
there's different ways to replace something in a traditional, heartfelt kind of way.
yeah.
Or
That's why you're
But
okay
the
with it.
the key
I'm
word.
fine with it.
Because you see the sentiment behind your mom doing it, though.
But I would be okay with it if I got something
It's
back and
interesting.
I didn't know, then I don't know. And it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
No, I know. Well, that's why this is an interesting question.
It is.
It doesn't matter to you.
But you're answering
That's what's
for you're
interesting.
answering for you. And,
Yeah, that's
and
why
that's
it's great.
okay. But I was trying to answer for other people.
Yeah.
In
Well-
like how I was saying, morally the greater. But it's interesting how people hear the questions and their brain just jumps to.
But that's your intuitive
That's
theory,
the whole
right?
point. That's what intuitive theory is.
the book is about.
You come into the questionnaire with all of the circumstances that you've ever experienced in your whole life and all the like learning that you've done and all the things that you've seen, and then that informs all of these questions, which is why I think it's so interesting.
I could do that all day.
I know, it's fun, right? Yeah, it's good stuff.
I hope the people liked it.
If you're listening back on YouTube or whatever, I hope that you'll tweet me your yeses and nos. I want to know what people think out there.
I'm sure this
it's
conversation annoyed some people too, which
whatever.
I
Yeah.
love.
Fine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Open your mind, people. Like, they're interesting questions. Yeah.
What's the name of the book, Brett?
Oh, we're going to get to it.
Oh.
Let's do this first, though. That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Thank you for listening live on Adobe Radio. You know, you can also subscribe to the podcast version of the show on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you like what you heard, just tell a friend.
Tell them.
I hope that there's someone out there who tuned in for James Maslow from Big Time Rush today. And they're like, masturbate with a chicken? What?
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 Shoot.
I think it's an interesting conversation, people. It's Friday. Go into the weekend with some of these questions rolling around in your head and ask people at dinner parties. Hey, is it ever morally permissible for a chef to use a sterilized, I almost said fertilized, use a sterilized fly swatter while preparing a meal? See, this is why everyone teases me about my silly hypotheticals all the time. But at dinner parties, it's great. Just walk into a room and ask someone what their favorite fruit is.
Is a hot dog a
It'll
sandwich?
start a whole conversation. Oh, totally, yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Where are you from? Oh, that's cool. Is a hot dog a sandwich? And boom, you're off and running for like an hour. Say ta-ta, Producer Katie.
Ta-ta.
Producer Katie is on Twitter and Instagram at KATIELECLER. And then there's another C.
For some reason.
I'm on Twitter at BDAV, BDAVV. There's 2 V's in there. You can follow the show on any social media at Brett Davern Show, or go to BrettDavernShow.com for archived episodes, photos, and much, much more. Today's guest, this weird questionnaire, was brought to Katie and I by Professor Andrew Stuhlman,
Tell him how to spell it.
Stuhlman. His book is called Science Blind: Why Our Intuitive Theories About the World Are So Often Wrong. And I'm going to read that book. You can find it on Amazon or wherever you get books. I don't know where to get books. I'm not a nerd. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? So once again, for producer Katie, Boy Wonder, soon to be named Meghan, and whoever it is in the 619, I'm Brett, and I'm reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other. Have a great weekend, everybody. That was our show. Good night, Officer Sorta Great.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow on Adobe Radio Live, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.